Have you ever held something in your hands that looked so ordinary, yet carried the power to change your life forever? Imagine a coin, small, silver, simple, but worth more than a lifetime of hard work. A forgotten piece of American history that could be hiding right now inside your old drawer, your grandparents' jar, or maybe even in your pocket change. Today we are unlocking a secret that most people in the world will never know. A truth buried under decades of metal and mystery. Because inside the world of U.S. coins, there exist a few legendary pieces so rare, so shockingly valuable that collectors across the globe are fighting to own even one. These are the Franklin half dollars, the silver giants of American heritage, coins that shine with history, patriotism, and unimaginable worth. And in this video, we're counting down the top 4 ultra-rare and most valuable Franklin half dollar coins ever to exist in the United States. So if you believe your coin is just ordinary, stay with me, because what you're about to discover might just turn your pocket change into a powerful treasure. I'm your host, and this is U.S. Coin Worth Secrets, the place where every day we reveal the real money hiding in your old coins. Now, let's begin with one of the most mysterious, shining, and powerful treasures of all time, the 1963 D. Franklin half dollar. Coin number 1, 1963 D. Franklin half dollar. Before the Kennedy half dollars, before the modern minting revolution, there was one coin that defined the end of an era, the Franklin half dollar, last minted in 1963. And this particular beauty, struck in Denver with the D mint mark, carries a story that makes even seasoned collectors tremble with excitement. When you first hold this 1963 D Franklin half in your hands, it doesn't scream for attention. But under the light, that bright silver tone glows like liquid moonlight. You notice those tiny surface pores across its front delicate natural, almost like time itself left its fingerprints. On the reverse, the famous Liberty Bell still rings through American history, and right there on its time scale sits the mint mark D, Denver's proud final salute to the Franklin era. The back of the coin shows gentle gray shades near the upper surface, the marks of genuine age and authenticity. Every small scratch, every tone shift, every silver shine whispers the truth. This coin has lived through 6 decades of American change. It is not just metal. It is memory, patriotism, and power preserved. But behind this beauty lies a storm of rarity. You see, 1963 was the final year of the Franklin half dollar before the U.S. Mint transitioned to the Kennedy design after President Kennedy's assassination. Because of that, collectors scrambled to preserve these coins in mint condition, but very few survived in the flawless, fine-grade form like this one. And those that did, they have become absolute legends in the numismatic world. This coin's composition, 90% silver and 10% copper, gives it a natural shine that refuses to fade. Silver content alone adds value, but collectors do not chase silver, they chase perfection. They chase the historical soul locked inside this final Franklin issue. Now here's where it gets exciting. This specific 1963 D Franklin half dollar in fine condition, with that deep silver brightness and natural age toning, has become one of the most hunted treasures in the U.S. rare coin market. And the prices? Hold your breath, because this is where collectors start to dream big. This coin, the same 1963 D Franklin half dollar you might overlook, has reached a current market value of around $210,000 in the finest known grades. That's right over $200,000 for a single piece of history. Not a fantasy, not an old story, a current real rising market price that is making headlines in coin auctions today. Its value is not slowing down. Experts are saying that the demand is exploding, and the market for top condition Franklin halves is climbing higher every single month. So when I say this coin can make you feel like you are holding a hidden fortune, I mean it. This isn't fiction, it's the truth of the treasure market. It's like holding the final breath of the Franklin series, a powerful, glowing symbol of the Silver Age that refuses to die. Collectors around the world are on a mission to find every surviving piece before prices go beyond reach. And with each passing year, fewer coins remain in this condition, which only fuels the hunger and increases the demand. So if you ever come across a 1963 D Franklin half dollar, don't ignore it. Examine every detail, the D mint mark, the silver tone, the hairlines, the Liberty Bell cracks. Because that single coin might be your gateway into the golden world of numismatics, your hidden key to financial freedom. Remember, treasures like this do not wait forever. They disappear into private collections locked away for generations, and every time that happens, the price climbs higher. So, my tip to every viewer watching right now: if you find one, preserve it carefully. Avoid cleaning it, keep it protected, and get it graded professionally. Because once its condition is certified, you will see its true power in the marketplace. And never underestimate what you hold. It could be your own silver fortune, glowing right between your fingertips. And that's just coin number 1 on our list. But trust me, what comes next is even more jaw-dropping. Because the next Franklin half on our list hides a story so rare, most collectors still don't believe it exists. So stay with me till the end, because by the time we reach coin number 4, you'll know exactly which of these coins could change your life. And remember, you are watching US Coin Worth Secrets, where we bring you fresh updates every single day about rare coins, market trends, and hidden treasures from across the United States. So hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and turn on the bell, because upload might just reveal the coin that's sitting inside your pocket right now. Next, coin number 2, 1954 D. Franklin half dollar. Now, if you thought the 1963 D. Franklin half dollar was impressive, wait until you see what's coming next. Because this next coin carries a secret so deep, it is like a whisper from a forgotten age of American minting. The year was 1954. The United States was reborn after war, industry booming, silver flowing, and the mint in Denver, working tirelessly to create one of the most beautiful half dollars in American history, the 1954 D. Franklin half dollar. And yet what happened next made this coin one of the most emotionally powerful and mysteriously rare treasures in the United States. Collector's world. At first glance, you see that brilliant silver surface, glowing softly like a sheet of frozen lightning. The front of the coin reveals the noble face of Benjamin Franklin, calm yet powerful, surrounded by smooth silver fields with tiny pores, delicate, like stars on a moonlit night. Around the edges, faint rustic tones form a natural halo of age and authenticity. Turn it over and the back is a sight to behold. The Liberty Bell, one of the most iconic symbols of freedom, sits proudly at the center. Its details shine in a bright silver, yet you notice those faint black rustic shades along the surrounding rim, the kind that only form through decades of untouched preservation. Those soft scratches, they're not damage. They're the signature of history, proof that this coin has traveled through time without losing its soul. Now, you might ask, what makes this coin so special? And that's where the real story begins. You see, the 1954 D. Franklin half dollar came from a time when silver purity and craftsmanship met perfection. Each coin was minted in 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it not just strength, but an eternal shine that resists time itself. But what makes this one stand out, and what makes collectors across the world chase it like a legend, is the combination of condition, rarity, and timing. 1954 was a turbulent year for minting quality. Strikes from the Denver Mint varied wildly, and only a limited number came out with perfect clarity and preservation. Most of the Franklin halves from that year suffered from weak strikes or tarnishing. But this one, this perfectly fine condition coin with its smooth silver brilliance and rustic edging, is an exceptional survivor. And in the world of rare coins, survival and perfection means power. Collectors don't just want coins, they want stories, they want emotion, they want a connection to American history. And this 1954 D. Franklin half dollar delivers exactly that. It represents post-war America, the rebirth of liberty, the rise of industry, the promise of silver wealth. For years, collectors ignored it until recently, when experts started realizing how few flawless examples were left. That's when the market exploded. Now, this coin has become a magnet for serious collectors and investors, a beacon for anyone who understands that in the world of numismatics, time and condition create miracles. And here's the shocker: this very coin, in the condition I just described, now carries a current market value of around $290,000. Yes, you heard that right. $290,000 for one coin that most people wouldn't even glance at twice. But this is not fiction, this is today's reality. The market for fine condition Franklin half dollars is skyrocketing, and this 1954 D is leading the charge. The value of this coin isn't slowing, it's accelerating. Every year, collectors are realizing how few remain in pristine, untouched condition. Auction after auction, the numbers climb higher, the competition gets fiercer, and the prices, well, they are rewriting history. If you're holding one like this, you're not holding a coin, you're holding a silent fortune. A piece of silver that is becoming rarer and more powerful with every passing month. That's why my strongest tip to all collectors watching this right now is preserve your Franklin halves. Never underestimate their potential. Store them safely, avoid cleaning them, and get them graded by a professional. Because once certified, their value in the collector's market can multiply overnight. And remember, these coins are not just metal. They are the living heartbeats of American freedom, pressed into silver, surviving through decades, and waiting for those who truly see their worth. The 1954 D. Franklin half dollar is a time capsule, a relic that refuses to fade, a treasure that refuses to be forgotten. And right now, as its market value continues to rise, it stands as one of the most desirable treasures in the entire Franklin series. So if you ever come across one, treat it like you have just found a lost piece of American treasure. Because that's exactly what it is, a silver masterpiece, whose value could change your life forever. And that, my friends, was only coin number 2 on our list. The next coin we are about to reveal carries a story so shocking, even professional collectors could not believe its recent auction result. So don't blink, because what's coming next might just redefine what you thought was rare. And don't forget you are watching U.S. Coin Worth Secrets, where every day we reveal fresh updates, new discoveries, and real stories of coins that can turn your pocket change into treasure. Next coin number 3, 1950 Franklin half dollar, no mint mark. Now we have already seen 2 coins that could change anyone's destiny. But this next one, the 1950 Franklin half dollar without a mint mark, is where rarity crosses into legend. Because sometimes the most ordinary looking coin hides the most extraordinary secret. The year was 1950, the U.S. was rebuilding, the world was transforming, and the mint in Philadelphia quietly struck a coin that would one day send shockwaves through the collector community. No mint mark, no sign of distinction, just a flawless, shining piece of American silver. But under that calm exterior lies a storm of value, mystery, and history. When you look at this coin, you will see it that crystal silver brightness, like the first flash of dawn over the Liberty Bell. The front of the coin shows Benjamin Franklin's portrait, perfectly smooth, yet rich with natural texture. Gentle scratches run across its face, not from damage, but from time itself brushing against its surface. The edges show faint and rustic shades, those soft gray halos that reveal its true age and untouched beauty. Flip it over and the magic continues. The Liberty Bell shines in polished silver tone, bold and timeless. But there, look closely, you will notice something truly breathtaking. A bluish mark, deep and beautiful, resting on the lower right side of the bell. That blue tone isn't paint, it's natural oxidation, a rare chemical reaction that occurs only after decades of preservation, giving this coin a unique artistic signature. It's like the coin carries its own painting of time, no two ever alike. Now here's where the real story unfolds. The 1950 Franklin half dollar was minted in Philadelphia, and that means no mint mark. But while millions were struck, only a tiny fraction survived in the kind of fine condition collectors crave today. Most were circulated, used, and worn down through the years. Yet a few, just a few, escaped that fate, remaining smooth, silver bright, and stunning like this one. The composition, as with all Franklin halves, is 90% silver and 10% copper. But in 1950, the silver was purer in tone and brighter in luster, a quality that modern collectors instantly recognize. Each reflection off its surface is like looking into a mirror of American history, sharp, clean, and unforgettable. The rarity of this coin doesn't just come from its age. It comes from its survival. And that survival in this level of condition is what makes it a collector's dream and an investor's weapon. You might see one at first and think, it's just another Franklin half. But behind those smooth surfaces lies the truth. It's one of the most powerful non-mint mark Franklins ever recorded. And right now its fame is spreading fast. In major United States auctions, this coin is creating a storm of attention. Collectors, investors, and even museums are battling over it, bidding higher and higher with it every sale. Because when you realize how few exist in this grade, in this tone, in this beauty, you begin to understand why it's become a treasure-class coin. And the value? Let me tell you, this isn't just about money, it's about legacy. The current market value of this 1950 Franklin half dollar, in fine condition, has reached an unbelievable $300,000. Yes, $300,000 for a single $1/2 coin. This isn't fiction. This is today's reality in the world of rare coins. The Franklin series, once overlooked, is now exploding in value. And this 1950 no mint mark piece is at the center of it all. Experts agree its market price is climbing faster than ever before. Every auction, every appraisal, the number just gets higher. The collectors who own them aren't selling. The ones who don't are hunting desperately to find one. Because this coin isn't just valuable, it's transformational. It's the kind of discovery that makes collectors' hearts race. The kind that makes ordinary people realize that true fortune can hide in plain sight. When you hold a 1950 Franklin $1/2 like this one, you're not just touching silver. You're touching American history, art, and destiny, all sealed into one shining masterpiece. And here's my special tip for you, the viewers of U.S. Coin Worth Secrets. If you find a Franklin half with no mint mark, don't ignore it. Examine it under light. Look for the blue tones, the smooth silver luster, and the natural rustic aging. Those are your signs. Protect it, grade it, and never part with it too soon, because its value is only going up. Every day, more collectors wake up to the truth that the Franklin series is the sleeping giant of United States. Coinage. And this 1950 no mint mark coin is its loudest roar. So remember, if you ever find one of these coins, don't just see it as an object. See it as your ticket to history, your silver key to a hidden fortune. Because in this world of rare coins, it's the unnoticed pieces, the quiet survivors, that end up becoming the true treasures. And that, my friends, was coin number 3, one of the brightest, rarest, and most breathtaking pieces of American silver ever struck. But we're not done yet. Because next coin number 4 is the crown jewel, the one that broke records and stunned experts worldwide. So stay tuned, because what you're about to see might just be the most valuable Franklin $1/2 ever discovered. And don't forget, this is U.S. Coin Worth Secrets, your home for fresh daily updates on rare coins, hidden treasures, and the unbelievable world of U.S. numismatics. Hit that subscribe button, tap like, and share this with every coin lover you know, because tomorrow's episode might just reveal the treasure that's hiding in your own home. Next, coin number 4, 1948 D. Franklin $1/2. We've seen history, we've seen beauty, and we've seen fortune beyond imagination. But what comes next is not just rare. It's legend. This is the 1948 D. Franklin $1/2, the coin that started it all. The first year of the Franklin series. The beginning of a silver dynasty that changed American coinage forever. Think about that for a second. Every Franklin $1/2 that ever existed traces its roots back to the single year 1948. The first strike from Denver, marked with a proud D standing for a new age of design and dignity. And yet the very first generation of any coin is always the most powerful, the most chaste, the most historically loaded. This is the birth of a legend. Now picture it, this very coin, the 1948 D. Franklin half, resting under the light. The front side gleams with a smooth silver tone, flawless to the carrying only the faintest of natural marks, subtle, honest, and proof of its long, genuine journey through time. Around the edges you see soft, rustic hues, that natural oxidation that no machine could ever fake. It's beauty born of age and purity, then you turn it over. And the reverse side comes alive, a brilliant silvery tone, bright as moonlight, but shadowed with deep black rustic tones that sweep across the surface like a storm of time. Those dark marks aren't flaws, they're the fingerprints of history, signs of untouched authenticity, the kind that seasoned collectors pray to find. The Liberty Bell stands proud and centered, every crack, every line sharp and bold, a monument to America's spirit of freedom and perseverance. This coin isn't just a piece of silver. It's a time traveler from the dawn of the Franklin era, the very blueprint from which every other Franklin half was born. The 1948 D. Franklin $1/2 was minted in Denver, under conditions unlike any other year. It was the first time the mint struck this new design, and early minting inconsistencies made perfect coins rare, extremely rare. Many were overpolished, some understruck, and very few came out with the perfect balance of silver sheen, strong details, and flawless preservation. That's why collectors call it the Genesis Franklin, the one that started the series, and the one that stands above all others in value and historical power. This coin's composition, 90% silver, 10% copper, gives it both endurance and radiance, and yet even that couldn't guarantee survival. Decades of circulation wiped out most of these early Denver issues. But a few like this one survived the odds, and those survivors are now among the most valuable Franklin half dollars ever discovered. It's beautiful. It's pure, and it's worth more than most people could ever imagine, because the current market value of a 1948 D Franklin half dollar in fine, near-perfect condition has now reached an astonishing $350,000. Yes, you heard that right, $350,000. That's not a myth. That's today's truth, backed by real collectors, real auctions, and a market that refuses to slow down. Every expert agrees this coin is booming in demand. The first-year issue, the rare Denver strike, the flawless shine, it's a trifecta of perfection that's rewriting record books. The 1948 D isn't just the beginning of the Franklin series. It's now the crown jewel. And what makes it truly special? Its story of survival. For over 75 years, this coin has battled time, oxidation, handling, circulation, and still stands with its beauty nearly untouched. That's not just luck. That's destiny. Collectors who hold one aren't just investors. They're guardians of history. They know that in their hands lies the opening chapter of one of America's most beloved silver coins. And the market knows it too. The demand is surging. The prices are rising. Every auction pushes the ceiling higher. Every year adds another layer of glory to its legend. So if you ever come across a 1948 D Franklin half dollar, treat it like sacred silver. Handle it with gloves, protect it with care, and most importantly, never underestimate what you hold. Because this coin isn't just valuable, it's transformational. It's not just an artifact, it's a living piece of America. And its story is still being written coin by coin, collector by collector. My final tip to all viewers: never assume the oldest coins are the simplest. Sometimes the very first issue, the one people forget, ends up becoming the most powerful treasure of them all. And the 1948 D Franklin half dollar proves exactly. So now you've seen them all, the top 4 ultra-rare and most valuable Franklin half dollars in today's market. Each one a masterpiece. Each one a story of survival, beauty, and skyrocketing worth. Each one a symbol of America's rich silver legacy. And remember, these treasures aren't myths. They're real. They're out there. Some sitting in collections, others still waiting to be discovered, maybe even in your home. This is U.S. Coin Worth Secrets, where every day we reveal new discoveries, real market prices, and the unbelievable world of rare U.S. coins. If you love this journey into silver history, hit that subscribe button, tap like, and share this video with every coin enthusiast you know. Because in the next episode, we will be unlocking another story, another treasure. And who knows? The next coin we show might just be the one sitting in your pocket right now.